Hello and welcome to this episode of the Conversation Series with OCN. And today we are talking about purpose. Yes, purpose as a core pillar of self leadership. You see, effective leadership begins with leading yourself. And that's something we've established in previous episodes that you cannot talk about leading people without being able to lead yourself. And I must state that the foundation of self leadership is not talent, is not position. It's not ambition. It is a clear understanding of your purpose and then a compelling vision that guides every of your decision. A clear understanding of your purpose and a compelling vision that guides every of your decision. So you see, purpose answers the question, why do I exist? Why am I here? Right? You see, people have worked for years, and then they're like, what exactly? What am I living for? They can't find the answer. It simply means they've not been able to find or discover what their purpose is. And then, of course, there's vision on the other side. Vision answers the questions, what should I do with my life to express the purpose I have discovered? So while people are setting goals here and there and they don't know their purpose, they're just doing it haphazardly. Self-leadership is the disciplined alignment of your thoughts, your choices, your habits, your relationships, your actions, the alignment of all this with your purpose and vision. Because the truth is, without purpose, we will become reactive. We are on autopilot. We have this victim mindset, right? Anything goes. Okay, let me just do this, and then there's no drive. There's no sustainability. There's nothing. You just react to everything. There's no plan, right? Without vision, also, you are easily distracted because something you cannot see. You can't see where you are headed. Then you can be easily distracted. But when you bring these two elements together, purpose and vision, they create focus, they create resilience and significance. And I always say that the purpose of a human or the purpose of any living thing is to find security and to find significance. But today we're going to focus on purpose, right? And purpose is your reason for being. I can't remember the author anyways, but somebody says purpose is reason the entry. I don't know if it's Frank. I don't know if I got it correctly. But it's your reason for being. It's your reason for coming to this life. It's your reason for coming to planet Earth. It's your reason for being born in the country where you are born. And let's not go there. I don't know if you chose it or you did not choose it, but let's not go there. So purpose is the foundation upon which your vision is built. And I was reading one of Dr. Miles' book, right? And Dr. Miles Monroe said that purpose precedes your assignment. It is purpose that should define what your assignment is, not your assignment defining your purpose. He also said that purpose gives meaning to work. That's why you see somebody working and they're like, I don't even know. It's because they don't know what their purpose is. Why am I here? So there's not even one thing, and I think I'm going to get to that. There's no one thing that your purpose is, right? If you're here, why are you here now? What are you supposed to be doing here, right? Purpose determines your priorities because when you know your purpose, you know what to attack, you know what to do first, and you know what to do last, and you know what not to do. Purpose sustains perseverance even during adversity. So when there are challenges, when there are issues, because you know that this is the thing that I'm supposed to be doing, you will do it. And you'll find out that you come out at the end of the tunnel better for hanging on to purpose. And so purpose is the compelling reason behind what you do. It is your why. Simon Sinek has a book, Start With Why, Find Your Why. If you've not gotten that, go and get that book, read it. It is your why. It is the deeper motivation that gives meaning to your actions. It guides your decisions. It sustains you through challenges. And so in self-leadership, if you say you want to be a leader, I have established that you must first be able to lead yourself. In self-leadership, purpose is not merely about having goals. We say New Year goals, mid-year goals, beginning out goals. Those goals should be around living and leading with intention, which comes about from your knowledge of your purpose. So purpose acts as an internal compass, like a map. I want to get to Port Harcourt. I can pick up my map and I can see the route to follow and the actions to take and where to stop, the bus stop and all those things. So that when circumstances change, when opportunities arise, when setbacks occur, when you are in the middle of nowhere, purpose is what will help you stay focused because you know that this going to Port Harcourt matters. So I must stay focused on what truly matters. A wise man once said, he who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow. That is, you have a why for living. You can bear almost any how, any means. You know that this is the thing I want to do, and I'm confident. It's not like it's not your five senses. There's a conversation about the five senses I've been having lately, and I'm enjoying that conversation. But that's not what we're here. Now, why does purpose matter in self leadership? Why does purpose? Because if you're going to lead people, you will have a purpose for leading them. So, if you're going to lead yourself, why do you want to lead yourself? It is because leaders who have a clear sense of purpose, they are more likely to, make decisions that are aligned with their values. So many times you see people making decisions that they're like, I shouldn't have made this decision, or it's not like me to make this kind of decision. What was the purpose? What were you aiming for? How did you get on that path? What are your values? Do you know these things? Its purpose is important because it's what will help you stay motivated during difficult seasons. When people begin to tell you no, 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 left and right, you will know that, okay, something is going on, but I got to do the work. Purpose helps you demonstrate resilience in the face of adversity. It also helps you inspire trust and commitment in others. And for me, this is my the best of them all. To say no when you know where you are headed, when you know where you are going, it is easy to say no and avoid distractions that will hinder you from focusing on high impact activities, that will hinder you from focusing on the actual things you should be doing. If not, you will be everywhere because there's no purpose, there's no direction, you don't know why. Purpose will help you experience greater fulfillment rather than just accumulating achievements left, right, and center. WhatsApp group and me. This why is it WhatsApp group and that came to my head? I don't know. Right? Because without purpose, it is easy to become busy but not productive. Successful yet not fulfilled. Influential but disconnected from what matters most. And that's why when you say hey, people are influencers, sometimes just smile and look. When you don't have a purpose, even as someone who is an influencer, you can take any gig, anyhow, anywhere, just to make money. And I must say here that money is never a purpose. Money is the result of something. So don't say my purpose is to make money. Your purpose is not to make money, uncle and auntie. Now I want to state something about purpose and goals, right? I realized that in this time, sometimes in my conversation with my colleagues, and then in coaching people, many people confuse purpose with goals. But they're two different things. Your purpose is not your purpose is not goals. Your purpose will always answer the question, why do I exist? What impact do I want to make? I am here. What impact do I want to make here? Right? What contributions do I want to leave behind? So I want to make sure that every environment, when I step into a place, there is a reason why I'm there. Why am I there? I remember when I was teaching in a secondary school, right? And I wanted to be a teacher. But I got into the classroom and realized not teacher as in mathematics, teacher as in influencing people. That was one of the seasons where started becoming clear where my purpose was going to be. Now, what are goals? How do you know goals? Goals is what do I want to achieve? By when do I want to achieve it? How will I measure success? That's goals. That is goals. That is not purpose. Goals has nothing to say, why do I exist? No, no. Purpose is something that lasts long. Purpose is something that is enduring. But your goals will always evolve. And I must say, your goal should always be an offshoot of your purpose. So, for example, you have realized that whenever you speak to young professionals, whenever you address them, you empower them to become resilient, empower them to become ethical leaders, right? What happens is you discover your purpose is to empower young professionals to become resilient and ethical leaders. What will your goal now be as an offshoot of discovering your purpose? Your goal will now be to launch a leadership coaching program by the end of the year. I don't know if you get that. Your goal is an offshoot of your purpose. Your goal can be start an academy for empowering young people. You can now decide in what dimensions you want to take in that goal. So your purpose gives your goals meaning. And I will say this. That is why a lot of the times people set goals and they don't achieve their goals. Because there's no direction. There's no, let's hang on. Everybody's setting New Year goals. Let's do this. Let's do that. But it's not about setting New Year goals. Now, what are some of the characteristics of purpose-driven leaders? How can you say this leader, he has a purpose, he knows what he's aiming for? They lead with clarity. Oh, you can tell, oh, okay, this is where we're headed. This is what we want to do. This is why we are doing it, and this is what we hope to achieve by doing this. Purpose-driven leaders, they know what they stand for. They are clear. They are sure. They know what the vision is. They know what the mission is. And because of that, their decisions will be consistent because they are anchored in a clear values. They are anchored in clear priorities. They know what they want to achieve. When there's a challenge, they know. When opportunities arise, you find them asking questions. When opportunities arise, you find them asking questions like, does this align with my purpose? Should I be doing this? What should I be doing instead? Right? They are not confused. They are not confused. Clarity. And clarity is the, I don't know what's the word now. It's the number one thing for any leader. And you're a leader. If you're a parent, you're a leader. You're not leaders is not just government. No. Number two characteristics of purpose-driven leaders is that they are focused. Why? Is it not obvious? They know their purpose, so they have to stay focused. Because purpose will act as a filter. It will help leaders distinguish between opportunities that, advance their mission and things that are just a distraction to merely consume time. We've been on this series in church, and as we're wrapping it up, Apostle said something that's very striking. He picked it from the book of Nehemiah. When Nehemiah was building, some guys came. Their mission was to distract him. And he said, sorry, I'm doing a great work. I cannot come down. So he told us that should be our mantra. And I can tell you, I've been using that mantra very well. It helps me to realize that not every good opportunity is the right opportunity. Not every voice should be listened to. So when I'm distracted, sometimes my distraction can be even, I just want to check something. I want to post on social media, then I get distracted. I say I'm doing a great work. I cannot come down. I'll smile and I'll get back to what I'm doing. Number three characteristics of purpose-driven leaders is that they are able to motivate other people, right? They are naturally drawn to leaders who communicate a compelling vision and live it consistently. So you see, purpose makes you authentic. Purpose creates authenticity. And authenticity builds trust. Authenticity builds trust. Number four is that they persevere through challenges. Oh, no matter how the challenges come, in what size that it comes, they persevere through challenges. Purpose does not eliminate hardship, but it provides a reason for you to endure it. So you're not enduring hardship or challenges just because you don't have an option. No, but because you know where you are headed. You know what you're trying to achieve. You know that this thing cannot be a barrier. If my goal, if my purpose rather, is to empower young leaders to become resilient, I have this thing and I realize that young leaders are no longer, I need to do something. When you encounter challenges, as a purpose-driven leader, what do? You ask questions like, okay, so what can this experience teach me about fulfilling my mission? This challenge, now, what can it teach me? Is it trying to tell me, okay, I should look in a different direction? Is it trying to tell me, okay, I should use a different approach? Is it trying to tell me that at this point I need collaboration? Is it trying to tell me that I need some mentorship at this point? So you're not losing focus. Challenges don't deter you. Instead, you see it as a way to grow. Now, what are some of the signs that you may be lacking purpose? Sometimes you may be operating without a clear sense of purpose, right? And how do you know? How do you know? Number one, you are always busy, but never feeling fulfilled. Always busy. At the end of the day, you're like, you are exhausted. But you cannot even say, this is the thing I did that gave me joy today. Number two, you are frequently comparing yourself, your input, your output to other people. Because you don't know where you are going to. I think it's 2 Corinthians 10:12. They that compare themselves with themselves, they are foolish because you don't know where you are going to. So you are comparing yourself. Number three, you are chasing every new opportunity without direction. This one come, yeah, you have run there. Another one come, yeah, you have gone there. As how? Why? No purpose, no direction. You make decisions based primarily on external approval. What your eyes see, what your ear hears. That's how you make your own decision. No connection to your inner core. You easily lose motivation. Small shake about that. You've lose motivation. You even struggle to explain what matters to you. Why? You don't know your purpose. You lack clarity on your purpose. And of course, these are not signs of failure. No, I didn't come and tell you that you're a failure. No. That's not what I'm here for to do today. These are simply signs, and it's my call to you to reflect more deeply, because the truth is, people who thrive, right, they work in purpose and they do it every day happily without burning out, with a sense of fulfillment. right? Purpose is discovered through reflection, through experience, and service. See, you cannot exactly enjoy being in purpose without serving. Because your purpose is not for yourself. Purpose is not selfish. Purpose is not selfish. There's no single moment that like, ta-da, this is your purpose. No. There's no one. It's a journey. So as you give yourself, you begin to learn, oh, okay, in these spaces I thrive. Oh, in these spaces I don't thrive. Oh, in these spaces I need to do. You begin to find out what matters to you. So some of the questions you want to ask yourself is, what activities make me feel most alive? What activities? What do I do? What makes me happy? What gives me joy? What when I do this thing, it's like I want to do it for 10 hours non-stop, like me. You can tell. What problems am I passionate about solving? Every person must see something to do. The question is, we're not saying we're only bothered about bread and tea. What values am I unwilling to compromise? What strengths do others consistently recognize in me? They're telling you, oh, I love you, you're so encouraging. That's a gift there. Oh, I like how you help, you come through. That's something. You need to sit with it. What legacy do I want to leave? And one very interesting question for me has always been, if success and money were guaranteed, like money was not going to be my problem, how would I choose to invest my time? I can tell you the answer here. It's in doing things like this. Oh, I enjoy doing it. I'm hungry, but I will do it. I will do it because it just gives me joy. So by the time you're able to answer all these questions, you will now begin to see the things that keep showing up over and over and over again. Purpose often lies at the intersection of our values, our strengths, our passion, and the needs of others. Purpose is not for your personal gain. Your purpose is for somebody. Somebody's purpose is for you. My purpose is to reach you with this message, to help you become a better leader, right? To help you become a better leader. Now, how do you align purpose with your daily life? When you find out, as you keep going, you're answering these questions, you now realize, oh, okay, I seem to have interest in these things more. I want to do this. I want to do this. There are certain questions, and it's in questioning. Remember, I said that the way you can discover your purpose, the way you can find it, is in self-reflection. It's in reflecting, sitting with yourself, and then serving. So, number one, if you like me, who has a calendar, from time to time I look at my calendar. Does it reflect my priorities? The way I spend my time, spend my money, spend my energy, does it align with my values? I can't say I want to be a better leader and I'm not investing in myself to be able to be a leader that will now be a leader to others. The relationships around me, are they supporting my purpose or are they tearing me down? I will do video. I will not send it to my friends. They will not, instead of them to give me good feedback, they will now tear me. They will support me, say, oh, there's room for improvement. You can do this. You can get this light, this one, that one, that one. Does your work, does it contribute? Does it have an impact in what you are doing? If that work you are going to every day, you don't feel, you can't see, then you might need to sit down with yourself and ask yourself, what am I doing? Now, one of my mentors, Dr. Sam, right? He has this 6 steps to discover your purpose. Look up, look down, look within, look around, look to the future. What's the last one now? Look to the future. That's look forward. I can't remember the last one. But every single one of those things, helps you to discover your purpose. Now, there are some things that pull leaders, that pull you and me away from fulfilling our purpose. Number one is fear. And you know what that fear is? Fear of disappointing others. Because most of us were raised as people pleasers. So for fear of disappointing others, we stay at jobs we don't like, we do things that we don't enjoy. The other one is you are pursuing status over significance, financial pressure to pay bills. To pay bills. We not allow you. Let me pay my bills first. We'll talk about purpose later. No be person. I literally heard somebody say person not the chop purpose. The constant comparison through social media is there. Let's leave all those things. Lack of time for reflection because you are pursuing money to pay bills, so you don't even have time to sit down and reflect about your life. You sit down to reflect and you are distracted. And then, of course, self-doubt. Unresolved self-doubt. When you're able to recognize the things that, stand in your way, you are able to respond intentionally. You are able to know yourself. And I always preach self-awareness. Self-awareness is key. Now, what are some of the practical habits that can help me strengthen purpose? Because the truth is, at the end of all this Turenchi, huh? I must tell you that habits are what make us. If you don't put it into action, action. Number one action, begin each week by reviewing your personal mission statement. Do you have a personal mission statement? If you don't have, it's something that we can work together. I offer that service. I can help you. I can help you draft a personal mission statement. And then I can help you, number two, set goals that align with your long-term vision. I remember helping a client, I think that's 2 years ago. Just a random call, if you want. We talked, and I was like, oh my God, I've been looking at the wrong set of things all along. Number three, you must schedule time for regular reflection to evaluate as am I still on the right track or have I deviated? Number four, you must learn to say no to opportunities that do not support your purpose. Learn to say no to opportunities that do not support your purpose. And then, because when you have said no to some things, there are certain things you have to say yes to. Say yes to relationships that work. Say yes to relationships that contribute to your purpose. Say yes to relationships that create the desired impact in your life. And of course, this one, I like it. Celebrate progress. Some of us don't know how to celebrate ourselves. Celebrate progress towards the out. You've set a goal, you have achieved it. Celebrate your progress. Celebrate. In celebrating your progress, it does something to your mind, right? That okay, if I'm able to, I've set this goal in line with my purpose. If I'm able to achieve this, then I can, take myself out for some jolly. I like that part. For some jolly, right? Purpose is when you find purpose and you work in purpose. It's a beautiful life. It's a sweet life. It's a life that you want to live over and over and over again. But I must iterate this. I must say this, that whatever you do as you live in purpose, as you work in purpose, let it be consistent with your values. Let it be closer to your long-term vision for your life. Because you cannot say this is your purpose, these are your values, and then they don't have a meeting point. No. Let it be something that helps you use your strengths meaningfully. And of course, other people must benefit from it, because you can't call it purpose if other people are not benefiting from it. You cannot call it purpose. You cannot call it significant. And lastly, as we come to a close, right? Will I be proud of this decision 5 years from now? So any action, any step that you are taking, you're going to be accountable for it. Will I be proud of this decision 5 years from now? If you will not be proud of the decision, why take it? Why do it? Why go down that road? There's so much to you than investing your time, investing your energy, investing your years. Remember, you will never be 20 again. You will never be 30 again. You will never be 40 again. So today that you have, sit down, reflect, take a break from your daily activities and reflect and ask yourself, where am I headed? Have I found the one thing? See, everything that God has created has a purpose, including you. And your purpose is written in His Word. There is a general purpose first for everybody, and then there is a personal purpose for your life. Find it, find happiness, find a fulfilling life. I want to say thank you. Thank you for joining me on this episode. I'll see you in the episode and all those things they used to do. Like, follow, subscribe, drop a comment, reach out to me personally. And if you want to join our community, please, you can do all of those things. Just check in the description box. Bye for now.